Blah! I'm over it. I sit here and read these warnings from people telling me that AOT is gonna be awful now, and I can see why. And for the longest time, I didn't want to see it. Peak is likely never gonna be my girlfriend, you guys. You can't marry 2D waifus. Shame on me. Besides my broken heart, we gotta get down to business. Chapters 128 through 130. These chapters were make or break for many, so we're going to just jump straight in. But not until you subscribe. I'll wait. I have all the time in the world. You Oh my god, they're all in their gear again. Just look at them. They're so cute. Reiner-chan, Annie-chan. you just want to ironically gobble them all up. All cuteness aside, this was a bit of fan service I appreciated. When's the last time we saw them in Survey Corps garb outside of the time skips? And you know what? It just looks right on Annie and Reiner. Now we just need Peak and Magath in Survey Corps garb. Hint, hint. Yeah, I will legit pay someone $10 PayPal to do that, and I'll post it in my next video. Hit me up on Twitter, @SeaTacticsYT if you're interested. Discussing their angle of attack, Annie and Reiner want to go in and kill them all. Yet the Survey Corps doesn't want this to end in violence, as these are their comrades, or well, formally. This shows the duality of both sides and supports what both Gabby and Annie said about being praised for killing. But because of Paradis's position and method of attack, they're more prone to solve things peacefully and with more diplomacy if possible. This is a nice insight to the culture and values of both sides that I appreciate. And thanks to Satsuki the Savage, I have some insight about Annie. And her perspective is quite unique. She isn't a hero, nor does she care about the lives of the Jaegerists as Armin does. Her dynamic to this group is really her pragmaticism, and her going with a plan shows that she has no choice but to help for her father's sake, but most importantly, the possibility that she believes in what Armin is doing. Magath, on the other hand, breaks the shit out of Yelena's other hand moments after they're informed that the Colossal Titans have already reached Marley faster than anticipated. Yelena doesn't care, as she's happy, alive or dead, to know that Marley is now falling, though now the United Paradis and Marley are on the clock, and surefire destruction is at hand, no matter if they save Marley or not. In a touching moment, Magath apologizes for all of the pain, murder, oppression, and hatred that he and his country have dealt to Paradis. This is really reminiscent of Gabby's realization, and coming from Magath, it means so much more as he is the commander of, well, the Marleyan army. A touching and important moment. Hashtag thank you, Magath. Hashtag no thank you, Flock. He's been killing the engineers that came with Kiyomi. Though I respect Kiyomi for not giving in. Hashtag cancel Flock. Hashtag flowers for Kiyomi. Though I gotta admit, the Survey Corps' plan to fool the Jaegerists by pretending they were fighting the armored and cart titan was genius. It just didn't work out as planned. Sadly, Armin is shot in the jaw and chest, and Connie is forced to kill Daz and Samuel. They're friends from all the way back in the early chapters and season 1. Another sad moment, but we did get an awesome Terminator reference when Magath tells Kiyomi to come with us if you want to live. That's a panel that would make Harold smile. Sadly, there is more bad news. Kiyomi reveals that to prepare the plane, they need at least half a day. This isn't ideal, as in half a day, the coastline of Marley will be flattened and Liberia will be doomed. And in 4 days? Well, I think you get it. There is hope yet. Take the ship and go ahead of the Colossal Titans to Kiyomi's island to prepare the plane faster. A daring plan that puts them in the path of the Colossal Titans. Now they must brave it, as they run out in the middle of a war zone to get to the ships, almost getting annihilated multiple times by the Jaegerists' Thunder Spears and 3DO soldiers. During their run, Reiner and Annie save Kiyomi and her men, but Annie is caught, and none other than Reiner comes in to save Annie, as they both take the brunt force of the Thunder Spears. This was important for Reiner, as both of them in the past hated each other so much, Reiner literally choked her out. Now, Reiner is making up for his past mistakes, and saves the woman he nearly killed. I mean, he is known as Marley's shield, so he's living up to that name in full. I hope they both survive, so afterward, they can become good friends. So wholesome. Thankfully, in the commotion, the locomotive the Jaegerists have been using is destroyed by none other than fellow Carla lover Keith Shaddis. Good on you, man. Good on you. This means reinforcements are cut off and no longer will they be an issue. Even so, Annie and Reiner are done for. Their heads are completely destroyed, making them immobile. But in an old-time moment, Falco turns into the Nutcracker for the first time and saves them both. So about Falco's Titan. He looks really cool, though I'll have to wait and see if I like his design more than Porco's, as his Titan, oh, that looks really damn great. But for standout features, I like how Falco has like this inner mouth. It's creepy, and it reminds me of the Xenomorph from Alien. I also like his claws. They look like a bird, but more vicious and guttural. This makes me want to see this Titan in color, which is why I'm already counting down the days to Final Season Part 2. But we can't forget about Gabby sniping Flock out of the air like it's a 1v1 on Rust. This moment was badass and cemented Gabby as the actual goddamn best because she sniped Flock. You guys have no idea. I hated Flock so damn much. I wanted that guy dead. Deader than dead. The ground is not even worthy of his dead body. He's a total asshole. So stop hating Gabby, you fool. She killed Flock. This completely makes up for killing Sasha. Gabby-doo, Gabby-doo, Gabby-doo. Gabby-doo! Sadly, all good things must come to an end. Magath and Shadis realize that the boat that's left will surely catch up to our heroes. With the ultimate sacrifice, Magath and Shadis go out in a blaze of glory to protect the hope of mankind. I can't lie that I got misty eyes reading this, as I really love Magath's character from day one. He's a no-nonsense guy, and yeah, he drank the Kool-Aid like many others, but in the end, faced with the reality that the people of Paradis aren't monsters, he apologized and chose to sacrifice himself in order to save not only his own people, but the people of Paradis. And you gotta commend the man for that. For Shadis, I mean, we know his backstory, and there is no doubt that the end of his story is one of beauty. So rest in peace, boys. You did good. Though Annie wants nothing more to do with Eren and reminds Mikasa of what she said about killing Eren. Though this time, Mikasa considers her words a little bit more seriously. Eren Yeager, on the other hand, makes her words much easier to swallow. It's revealed that pretty much all hope I had for Eren and his character still being a good person, well, that's crushed. He indeed told Flock the truth about his plan, meaning he approved of everything Flock did to get where he is. And since Flock is an asshole, well, Eren Yeager, yeah, an asshole. What comes next is, well, I'm not sure what to even think about this. It's such a shocking moment for me, as I knew it was a possibility, but never quite expected it. Talking with Historia on a farm, he says he wants to destroy everyone not on Paradis, as he believes this will stop the hatred and oppression once and for all. This is so Historia won't ever have to bear children and repeat the cycle. Why? Because it's all but confirmed that oh god, Eren and Historia are a true item, as he says Historia is the woman who saved him, and you don't say that unless you love someone. What a twist and a half! And it only gets more shocking as Eren is the father of Historia's child, maybe it's implied. And as well, Eren may have removed all of memories of Eren himself being with Historia. If this is true, then Eren is most certainly a hypocrite. I can see him only wanting to have children with Historia because he may be possessive of her even, and in some sense on top of wanting to ensure his future generations. That was a lot. And what can I say? Eren and Historia being a thing honestly just feels so wrong. At least in this context. The reason for that is because of Mikasa's relationship with Eren and how much that's been the focus. Whereas Eren and Historia have only really been something hinted at and mostly subtle. And when we finally see it, it's dark. And in a timeline with a version of Eren and Historia you don't really want to see. Back to the present, the Rumbling has reached the shores of Liberio, and we get our first look of the Attack Titan using the powers of the Founding Titan, and he looks sinister. What a badass. Though I am extremely worried for the future of Liberio. I do, though, have a theory that the people have already rebelled from their oppressors and started their own fight to escape the colossal titans threatening them. These were incredibly strong chapters for AOT. They're some of my favorites so far. The character of Eren Yeager is getting so much more fascinating the more and more I watch him. I love to one day do a full breakdown of this character, as these later chapters really reveal Eren to be so much deeper than what the early chapters, and to a lesser degree the later chapters, let on. No matter how many times I read these panels, Eren and Historia's conversation, oh, that was just a big shock. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on these sets of chapters. I'm still blown away, and hearing your guys' thoughts would just be awesome. As well, I've got other videos on like AOT, Fate Stay Night, Demon Slayer, Hunter x Hunter, JoJo, etc, etc, etc. I talk about everything. And tomorrow, actually, I have a retrospective video talking about Made in Abyss that I hope you guys check out. I thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.